Day 10 in our 30-day ephemera challenge. You can use different types of paper for this project. Maybe you have music paper, maybe you have paper pad paper or a digital, or maybe you have some book pages. And with our papers today, we can get 3 pieces of ephemera out of 1 piece of paper. We will be making these beautiful pockets that have that wonderful crinkling sound. Let's start crafting together. Hi, Best Buds. It's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today's project, out of 1 sheet of paper, you're going to get 3 pieces of ephemera. You can use all different types of papers. Your papers are going to need to be around the 10.5-inch mark by 8 inches. I think I'd like to use this one right here, and that's because each pocket will look differently because of the way the paper has been designed. The music paper might look a little different depending on the type of notes. These all seem to be similar. The paper pad paper will have all the same type of pockets because of the way the pattern is. And the book page will definitely be different because each section will have a different picture on it. Let's do a little folding. Take the paper of your choice, and I'm going to turn it this way because we're going to fold it the long way. I am going to need to turn mine this way so I can look at the grid marks so my folds will be straight. And we're going to fold it up 3 inches and give that a crease. Now open up your little fold, and we're going to fold this portion over about 1/4 of an inch. And we look like that, and we look like this. Now we're going to take this side, and we're folding this side over 2 inches and give that a crease. All right. Open your paper back up. And did you notice I did not coffee dye my paper? I have something else in mind for the inside. We want to glue this little flap down. Now with my pencil, I'm going to be marking 3.5-inch little sections. And that's going to be your whole page. So you're just going to make 2 marks. And each mark has 3.5-inch spacing between them. I'm going to bring my little guillotine in. I'm going to cut at the 2 marks that I've made. The weight of this paper is copy weight paper. It's not heavy cardstock. It's lightweight. Now we have 3 different sections. This is where I'm going to bring in my coffee dyed tracing paper. And I'm going to be gluing this strip down onto my tracing paper. But I don't want to cover it totally with glue. We're going to take our wet glue, not a glue stick. And I'm going to place my glue around the edge of my strip here. And then at the fold. And then I'll take my little paper that I've got the glue side on. I'm going to stick it onto my tracing paper and press down, making sure all the sides are glued down as well as the folded areas. Now I'm going to take my second one. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to place it right here. I'm going to take my last one and I'm going to place it here. I'll be able to get all of my strips on my 1 sheet of tracing paper. My tracing paper is 12 inches by 9 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this one the exact same way that I did the first one. Glue around the edge of the strip and glue at the fold. There's 2 folds. And then I'm going to place it right down on my tracing paper and press down. Now that my strips are glued onto my tracing paper, I'm going to take a few moments and trim the tracing paper around each strip. This is the time where you'll want to bring in your ink. I like to use tea dye right now. That's my favorite obsession at this point in time. And you'll want to ink up the front and the back of these little strips. Also, if you like to sew your pieces of ephemera, you could take it to the machine and sew all the way around. Now that you've inked it up, or maybe you've chosen to sew around the edge, whichever way or not at all will be perfectly fine. This portion right here, remember where we turned it over? Now you can see that through this coffee dye tracing paper. That is folded up, and that is your main piece, your main fold. It will become your pocket. And the 2-inch fold is your flap. So go ahead and fold your strips. You can see the fold on the printed side much better than you can see it on this side. So if you're having trouble finding your fold, look for it on the printed side. Then fold all of your pieces back the way we had it before we added the tracing paper. Have you noticed that they have that crinkly sound? That's why we added the tracing paper. It just gives it a wonderful sound. If you don't ink and you don't coffee dye, you can definitely use just the plain white tracing paper. You don't have to use coffee dyed tracing paper. And the same thing with the doilies that we're going to use next. You don't have to coffee dye your doilies. You can use white doilies, or you can take some of your distressed inks, if you have it, and you can color them up, whatever color you wish. These doilies are 4.5 inches round. And what we want to do is we want to fold them in half. And then we're going to be cutting right at the fold, but you're only going to cut a sliver off. Just enough so they're separated. And you'll be using one of these doilies for each one of your pockets. With my doilies cut in half, I'm going to use a little bit of my ink just to color up my doily a little bit. It really helps bring out the decoration on the doily. We will want to take our doily and our pocket. Make sure that this portion that we folded over is at the bottom, and you've just got the 2-inch flap. And this is where you want to glue your doily on. Now your doily is going to come over your piece of ephemera just a little bit, but that's okay. We can trim that off. I'm going to add my glue to my doily and a little bit on the body of the doily, and then place it right on top and press down. And now I'm able to lift up my doily and add a little bit of glue in some more spots so I can get it glued down. Your doily on your piece of ephemera will look like this. Now I'm going to do my other 2 with all your doilies glued on in place. Open up your flap and just trim your doilies off at the edge. You could leave this one. You don't need to trim that one off, just the doilies that are hanging over the side. And it will look something like this. We're going to want to go ahead and pull this piece down and add your glue on either side, because this will become our pocket. Adding the tracing paper to the inside of our pockets not only gave it that wonderful sound, but it also made it feel more substantial. Let's do a little decorating now. I'm going to bring in my little dish, and I have a little bit of flat lace. I'm going to want to gather this lace onto the top of my doily. I think it might be a little big, so let me trim it down. And someone's going to ask me, what size is this? It looks like it's about 2.5 inches by 3, something like that. I'm going to use my glue gun, and I'm going to add just a little bit of glue right here in the middle. Lay my lace down in that glue, and then I'm just going to kind of gather it up. Now, there's so many things that you can use to finish this off. You could use a sari silk bow. You could use a wax seal. You could use a silk flower. You could use a button with some thread through it. Ooh, I really like that. I really like this button, but I think if I add this beautiful sari silk bow, because it matches this color down here, and then when I put my button on there, it will really make it pop. My beautiful sari silk comes from Crimson Heart Studios. Let's see what we can do with this one. I think I'd like to add the lace on all of them. That one's really pretty on there. It really shows up, doesn't it? And I think I'd like to add these little flowers. They're paper flowers. And this small little bow. And for this one, once again, I'm going to start with the layering of the flat lace. You could also put a little butterfly. I actually like the butterfly on this. Something about that color looks really good. We made this one. I love these pockets. They have a wonderful crinkly sound, and they feel wonderful. A little bit of lace and a paper butterfly with a couple of flat back pearls. Just sets it off. Or maybe you would like to use some paper flowers, a satin bow, and a flat back pearl. And you can always use some sari silk and a button. It doesn't matter how you choose to decorate your perfect little ephemera pockets. Just the right size for your junk journal. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.